Today, we're diving headfirst into the murky waters of shrimp and prawns. You think you know your seafood, yeah? Think you can tell a prawn from a shrimp, eh? Well, get ready to have your taste buds tantalized and your minds blown because we're about to uncover the truth behind these two culinary titans. We're talking biological warfare, historical significance, and enough culinary secrets to make your head spin. So strap yourselves in, keep your spatulas handy, and let's get this seafood showdown started. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Shrimp and prawns, they might look similar, but under the shell, they're two different beasts. We're talking suborder Pleocyemata for shrimp and Dendrobranchiata for prawns. First up, the shrimp. Bent over like an old dishcloth, these fellas have a short, stubby body with a distinct bend in their back. And their little legs? They only use the last two pairs for walking. And don't even get me started on their gills, they're lamellar, like pages in a book. Now prawns, on the other hand, they're built like proper crustaceans. Long, sleek bodies, straight as an arrow. And their legs? All 5 pairs are used for walking, making them much more mobile. And their gills? Branching like a well-rooted tree. You see, even their insides are more sophisticated. Shrimp and prawns aren't some new age fad. They've been gracing dinner plates since the dawn of time. We're talking ancient Romans gorging themselves on prawns slathered in garum, a fermented fish sauce that would make your hair curl. And don't think the Chinese were slouches either. They've been cultivating shrimp for centuries, serving them up in everything from delicate dumplings to fiery stir-fries. These little critters were a lifeline for coastal communities, providing a readily available source of protein. They were the chicken of the sea, for God's sake. So next time you're tucking into a plate of shrimp scampi, remember, you're partaking in a culinary tradition that spans millennia. Alright, let's talk flavor. Shrimp and prawns, they're like chameleons of the culinary world, adapting to any cuisine you throw at them. Down south, they're simmered in spicy gumbos, while in India, they're swimming in fragrant curries. Over in Southeast Asia, they're deep-fried to crispy perfection and served as prawn crackers. From the fiery kitchens of Mexico to the bustling markets of Thailand, these crustaceans are a blank canvas for culinary creativity. Grilled, fried, sautéed, or steamed, they soak up flavors like a sponge, adding a touch of the exotic to any dish. The great seafood debate. Now here's where things get tricky. You see, the terms shrimp and prawn are often used interchangeably, which can be more confusing than a vegan in a butcher shop. In some countries, size matters. Shrimp are the little guys, prawns are the big lads. But in other places, it's all just semantics. And don't even get me started on the supermarkets. They slap labels on willy-nilly, calling a prawn a shrimp and vice versa. It's enough to make you want to scream. But fear not, my culinary comrades, knowledge is power. By understanding the true differences, you can navigate the seafood counter with confidence. There are more myths surrounding shrimp and prawns than there are stars in the sky. Let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Size doesn't always matter. Just because a crustacean is big doesn't automatically make it a prawn. Remember those biological differences we talked about? Those are the real deal breakers. And don't believe the hype that all shrimp are flavorless and rubbery. Fresh, properly cooked shrimp can be just as succulent and flavorful as any prawn. It's all about quality, you hear me? So ditch the misconceptions and embrace the deliciousness that both shrimp and prawns have to offer. Now let's talk sustainability. Shrimp and prawns, they're delicious, no doubt, but we need to make sure we're sourcing them responsibly. Overfishing and destructive farming practices can wreak havoc on our oceans. Look for certifications like ASC for responsibly farmed seafood or MSC for sustainable fishing practices. And don't be afraid to ask questions at the seafood counter. Where did it come from? How was it caught or farmed? A little bit of knowledge can go a long way in protecting our planet. Remember, we want to be enjoying these delicious crustaceans for years to come, not serving them up as a cautionary tale. So there you have it, the epic battle of shrimp versus prawns. We've explored their anatomy, their history, their culinary uses, and even their environmental impact. Now, you're armed with the knowledge to impress your friends, navigate the seafood counter like a pro, and most importantly, cook up a storm in the kitchen. Remember, whether you prefer your crustaceans small and sweet or large and succulent, the most important thing is to enjoy them responsibly.